Blue Skies, good vibes, let the story unfold. DDLC Hearts River Twist to be told. Press play. Stay close, no need to rewind. Love, laughs, and drama all on your mind. Welcome to DDLC Blue Skies. Today we're jumping into episode 5, where the choices get deeper, the moments get redder, and things might start taking a turn. Let's get right into it. Oh yeah, I missed this music. So fire. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was surprisingly fun, albeit a bit stressful. I already knew that I wouldn't be able to write to the quality of the girls, but I tried my best. Everyone here is incredibly talented. You sure, MC? Well, all the girls at least. Across the room, Sayuri and Monica are happily chatting again. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They giggle. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As I watch, Natsuki breezes through Yuri's poem, her eyes skipping over the words. Meanwhile, Yuri stares at the paper in her hands, smiling sadly. Natsuki quickly hands Yuri her poem back.
Here, I'm done.
Already?
Yeah, it's not like it was super hard to read. I'm not illiterate, you know?
Okay, hard words. Huh, it was hard for me to understand, at least. I just wanted to make sure that you caught all the figurative language that I employed.
Yeah, I did. It was fancy.
Ah, thanks. However, I believe that you'd enjoyed it more if you looked deeper into it.
I joined it plenty already.
It sounds like she doesn't want to know anymore.
Anyway, are you finished with my poem then?
There are no good friends. Yes, yours is cute.
Cute? Didn't you learn anything from our conversation yesterday?
Yuri looks shocked, regret seeping into her expression. Seems like both girls still hold their own prejudices, despite whatever common ground they have.
How can it be cute? You're standing there thinking that I haven't read your poem, when it's really you who hasn't read my poem. It's clearly about the push and pull between giving up and trying hard.
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess.
Well, maybe you should look deeper into my poem. Because I used that type of language on purpose.
I see. But if I may give a suggestion, these more involved subjects matter may be better suited to more complex diction. The art of poetry is deeply intertwined with...
Look, I know what you're trying to do, but it won't work on me.
I'm sorry, but I don't quite understand.
Writing in this way doesn't make you look cool or smart, okay? It just makes you look super pretentious. If you write with a thesaurus open next to you, you're just going to alienate everyone. Using all these big words to make up for the lack of depth. Poetry isn't about impressing people. So you can stop, just stop.
Holy crap. Yeah, that's a lot. I stare wide-eyed at Monica and Sayuri, who have now also fallen silent. They stare back at me, looking unsure of what to do. I'm guessing that they don't usually have many arguments in the club, although tension between Natsuki and Yuri already seemed kind of high. Lack of depth?
Yeah, that's right. So if I can give some suggestion now?
Wait, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I really must ask. What makes you believe that I accept your advice after you've been so rude to me?
Huh? Rude? That was just blunt honesty.
Do you ever consider that other people don't hold the same opinions as you?
What are you trying to say?
Do I really need to spell it out for you?
Yeah, you do. I want to see if you're really going there.
The irony.
I dare you to say it.
Yuri gives a small laugh of disbelief. I must thank you, Natsuki. I've never been this angry in my life. It's actually giving me the courage to speak up. Is this why you're angry all the time?
Guys, we shouldn't. This doesn't involve you.
Sayuri, please don't rob me of my moment.
So this is your moment to shine or something? Strange thing to take pride in, don't you think?
No, it's my moment to finally speak my mind. While I still have the strength to... Yuri! Natsuki, have you ever realized how selfish you are? Suddenly, Yuri seems to be overpowering everyone else in the room.
What?
Everything always needs to go your way. You always jump to conclusions and make rash decisions without regard for the consequences. And it's never your fault, is it?
You don't know me!
No, you don't know me either. And yet you spoke as if you knew everything about me. Quite simply, you know, you don't. The very fact you don't think that your blunt honesty was incredibly rude just goes to show how narrow-minded you truly are. Seizing her moment, Yuri boldly carries on, disdain dripping from each word. I know it must be a difficult concept for you to understand, but the whole world doesn't revolve around you and your manga. Damn, her manga is actually crazy. So tell me, why should I take advice from someone who can only see their own perspective? Everyone knows it. Monica, Sayuri, even MC. I disagree, Yuri, but okay. Don't you remember how hostile you were to MC when he first joined us?
I wasn't being hostile. We haven't had a new member in a long time. Sorry if not sorry for keeping on my toes. And that's how I talk to everyone, not just MC. Am I supposed to change my whole personality to cater to how you think I should be? If MC has a problem with my jokes, he can tell me. You don't get to speak for him.
Yuri closes her eyes and shakes her head, carrying on as if she didn't hear the outburst. Do you really expect a new member to be able to speak up so easily? Not everyone has afraid of being a brutish cretin as you.
What?
The rest of us were so excited to have a new member, but did that thought ever cross your mind? No, you just let your own selfish thoughts dictate your behavior.
Selfish? They weren't so...
You could have scared him off. That might have been what you wanted. But what about the rest of us?
I just explained myself for God's sake. But as per usual, you aren't listening. You know, for someone who's been ranting on how about...
Okay.
You know, for someone who's been ranting on about how narrow-minded I am, you're pretty intolerant yourself. There, I used the big word. Do I sound like a Shakespeare yet? Am I worthy of your attention now?
Damn. Ouch. Both girls really have their claws out.
Also, Monica and Sayuri didn't have any issue with me yesterday. It's just you.
Of course they did, Natsuki. They just didn't say anything. Monika's too responsible and Sayuri's too kind. So why don't we ask MC then, as the more unbiased spectator?
Fine! MC, who's right, me or Yuri?
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? I don't know, MC. You cooked. But if the choice comes, we're picking Natsuki, right? Just between us, we're picking Natsuki. I don't even know what they want me to decide on at this point. Should I just ignore all their personal stuff and just talk about their poetry? That's what started the argument after all. But it's not like I'm a good judge of writing quality, given that I'm just a beginner. I don't think it would be fair for me to take either side either, especially since I'm new here. Maybe I should defer to one of the club leaders. So of course, that's going to be... Oh no, I'm trusting Sayuri a little bit more. I think Monika's gonna pick Yuri and Sayuri's gonna pick Natsuki, I think. Huh. I hate being put on the spot like this. Both Yuri and Natsuki are looking at me. While their hostility isn't aimed at me, I still feel like I'm the target for the anger in their eyes. Yeah, just look at them. Guys, I go up nervously as a bead of sweat tickles down my neck. I'm really not the best judge for this. After all, I'm new, so I'm painfully aware of how weak my voice sounds. Neither girl looks impressed.
Well, really hope you are.
Natsuki,
Let me guess. Blah, blah, blah. You're being so rude. You're a broken record. Yuri, shut up!
so you're finally realizing how insolent you are. You got there in the end. Well done.
Ugh! You're such a pig!
Wow. Stop! We're all stunned into silence. I've never heard Sayuri angry before, and even Natsuki looks taken aback. Immediately, the anger on Sayuri's face is replaced by a flood of tears. The anger giving way to sadness. Guys, enough of this! Please! You're tearing apart this club! But please don't do this! I love this place so much, and you guys are both my friends! I hate when people fight. It's horrible. This place means so much to me, and I know it means a lot to you guys as well. So please, can we stop arguing over whose style is better? It doesn't even matter. You're both unique, and that's what counts. Yuri and Natsuki are both looking incredibly ashamed of themselves. I guess neither of them expected that their argument would hurt Sayuri so much. Yeah, just look at her. That once regarding fire has been snuffed out, replaced with smoldering embers. I really like his simple style, Natsuki. It's so nice to sit down and read a poem that springs to life. And I know the others do as well. Monica and I nod in earnest, putting a small smile on Natsuki's face. And Yuri, I'm amazed at how complex and deep your poems are. They're really in depth. But there's no need to argue over which style is better. You can't really compare them anyway. It depends on what mood you're in. She's right, guys. Sometimes you're just in the mood for something simple. You couldn't speak up barely, but now you can. Because of Sayuri. Good job, MC. Let's continue. Sometimes you might want something a bit more complex. It's like music or movies. People like a variety of things. You can't really say that comedy as a genre is better than action, can you? Both types appeal to different things. You wouldn't watch an action movie for the laughs, would you? I look over to Sayuri and give her a reassuring smile. She returns with a watery smile of her own, rubbing her tears away. You said it, MC. She turns to face Yuri and Natsuki once more. Now, you both said some stuff that was pretty mean. But I know neither of you mean it. Neither of you are narrow-minded. Although it would be nice if you could like each other's stuff a bit more. So could you try doing that a little? Please, for me, for the club? I can't help but laugh as she puts on puppy dog eyes. I don't think she realizes the right time to use them.
Sure, whatever, I'll try.
Yuri takes a deep breath, finally lifting her eyes off the floor. You're right, Sayuri. I'll make more of an effort. And Natsuki.
What?
Natsuki still looks quite defiant, as thought expecting another insult from Yuri. I apologize for what I said. Your style has its own merits. Natsuki blinks, as though slapped in her face. She clearly wasn't expecting an apology.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Your style is...
She diverts her eyes downwards once more.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, your writing is pretty well. I shouldn't have said that stuff.
Me either. There's an awkward silence. That's much better, guys. Thank you for putting your differences aside. We are all really appreciate it. I'll go and make some tea. She rushes off as Natsuki wanders over to the closet. I glance over at Monica. She hasn't said a word throughout the whole argument, which surprised me. I should have been the one who said all of that. Why didn't you then? I winced as the words leave my mouth. They sounded more accusatory than I would have liked. Well, I know I'm the leader and I run this club, but I'm not the greatest with people. I frowned. If she isn't great with people, how can she run a club? She must have caught the confusion on my face as she hastened to explain. Sorry, let me rephrase that. I'm fine with people, it's just their drama that I can't really deal with. That's why you were in the debate club, huh? Just saying. Well, that's why you have Sayuri, right? She's an excellent vice president, able to deal with conflict much better than I can, which is pretty embarrassing, at least for me. That shouldn't be my duty to deal with, not hers. I don't blame you. Seriously, it was pretty tough to get involved. I could barely speak up. True, but that's exactly the sort of thing that a president should be able to deal with. Nah, come on, Monica. Don't see it like that. You and Sayuri just have the different strength, that's all. I always thought of her as a little ditzy sometimes, but she definitely has a knack of social situations. Definitely, I'm very grateful to have her as my vice president. Well, the both of you do a really good job running this place. I know that's a bit of an early assessment, but you know, first impressions and all. She smiled sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. You're too kind, MC. I'm glad Sayuri brought you along the club. I really do hope you stick around. Don't worry, I will. Yeah, you will, and get Natsuki. Okay. Monica seems like such a genuine person, and she makes a great president, regardless of what she might think. Hopefully, I'll be able to properly get to know her during the school year. Sounds like a good plan. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing your poetry? I noticed that she carefully avoids mentioning the argument that just occurred. It was a lot of fun! Some moments were worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
MC, what about you? I actually really enjoyed myself. It seems I do like expressing myself through poetry a lot more than I initially thought. Everyone looks intently at me, the girls smiling at me. Look at the cute literature club. Just don't mention anything, what I just said. It was really cool getting to see everyone's different writing styles. That's awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And hopefully you learn something from us too. So your poems will turn out even better. Yeah? I think to myself a bit as I begin to pack up. Today I managed to learn a little more about the kinds of poems that everyone likes. With any luck, I'll be able to learn more about the girls as individuals through their themes and messages. I nod to myself, turning to Sayuri. Hey Sayuri, ready to walk home? Sure. Okay, see you guys tomorrow then. As we leave the club room, Sayuri turns back to wave at the girls. I do the same. Natsuki smiles, then quickly looks away to act like she doesn't care. Ooh! Yuri awkwardly smiles and nods. And as expected from the school idol, Monica gives a friendly grin and waves back. Sayuri, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? Sayuri, do you live behind a rock somehow? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, I remember you told me yesterday that they sometimes bicker up. But are their arguments normally that bad? I feel a little guilty as I ask her, as I know that she doesn't like talking about conflict. There's a slight dip in her cheeriness of her voice as she replies. No, not at all. They have their differences, but it's the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. They're both wonderful people, I promise. You don't hate them or anything, do you? Oh, not at all. Yeah, definitely not. It's only normal for people to argue, I guess. I was just curious after all. You know them better than I do. Sayuri lets out a relief sigh. You know, MC, it's been so nice seeing you again. I didn't really think we'd get to spend much time with one another again. Yeah, tell me about it. It's been really fun hanging out again. I don't really know when we started drifting or why. Guess it was just life coming between us. She nods, looking a little reflective. Still, I'm glad you let me join your club. I'm not going to lie, at first I was a bit doubtful when you told me it was about literature. But hey, I guess it just goes to show that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. She giggled. And I frowned. Bro, did I say something funny? Yeah. You got that from Natsuki, didn't you? How did she know? What? Oh right, she did say that yesterday. Sayuri might be known as a bit of an airhead, but sometimes she can really notice things that others don't. I wonder, what's it really like inside her head? I don't know, just cut it open, look inside.
Yeah, you haven't changed at all, MC. You always knew how to make me laugh.
I blush slightly. I've never really known how to react to that compliment, especially when it comes from someone of the opposite sex. Really? You could have just said gender. Just saying. I'm glad I'm still able to do that. I'll be honest though, I didn't think I'd make so many new friends by joining the club.
Well, they're really a nice bunch. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, a pretty warm welcome. She nods contentedly. Anyway, let's see what the future holds. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
These girls are all interesting characters, aren't they? Different personalities and a variety of writing styles. Yet, they're all united under the same club. I briefly wonder how Monica found all of them. Yeah, she totally just not hacked into the system, created them, but let's not talk about that. In just 2 days, I feel like I've made progress with each member. Getting to know Yuri and Natsuki, actually getting to talk to Monica a little bit, and of course, reuniting with an old friend. I never would have guessed that this would all come from joining the club. But hey, I'm not complaining. Yeah, me either. Let's just hope my writing improves over time, so I can write poems to a standard more like theirs. Speaking of which, there's work to be done tonight. Let's do this. Okay, let's finish the poem really quick and then we're gonna end the episode. Okay, it's showtime. Ooh, Papa. Yep. Vibrant. Swimsuit. Why is swimsuit one of Natsuki's words? Just asking. Unrestrained. Damn it. Sunshine, embrace, vertical, sugar, marriage. Bro, why is marriage still Yuri? Let me just not say that. Chocolate, strawberry, pure, blanket, skipping, no email, passion. Puppy. Okay, playground. Playground is actually crazy. Lollipop. Bunny. Pink. Okay. Bed, massacre, flower, rainbow, beauty. Skirt. Boom. Games. My favorite thing to do. Manga. Marshmallow. And romance. Oh. Alright. I still don't think we got Natsuki though. Okay, let's end the episode right here, everyone. And I will see you guys in the next part. And now, get out.
Because you are, I knew something was wrong. I shouldn't have to call you back, 'cause now you're